G'day folks, we're gonna talk a little about if your ice auger is cutting like crap. One thing you can maybe check out. So a lot of people, maybe not a lot of people, some people, wouldn't be you of course, that view the ice auger as kind of a crude cutting instrument that as long as it's sort of pointy and you spin it around in a circle, it'll cut through the ice. However, that's not exactly true at all. The ice auger, it is actually a kind of a precise instrument. It needs to have correct pitches on each blade. They need to be super sharp. You can't have any kind of dings in them really. Dings, you might think it's just a small little ding or a little tiny burr that you can barely feel with your thumb. And if you have any of those issues, it prevents you from cutting, because even if 98% of the blade is razor sharp, but you have one little ding in it, I don't quite know how to explain it, but let's say on this wrench you have a little ding in the center, and all it does is it doesn't cut this little sliver of ice in the circle. So while the rest of the blade, or in this case the wrench, may be razor sharp, as long as it's riding on my finger, the other parts of the blade won't actually contact ice, so then it won't cut. So first check all that stuff. Make sure your blades are super sharp. If you are in a pinch, you can try this idea that I'm going to give to you now. But sometimes it's just easier to buy blades if they're cheap enough. But even sometimes new blades and different blades, they don't actually fix the problem, because what the issue is actually pitch. So pitch is basically, so let's say this is the ice flat and this is your blade. Sometimes the blade doesn't have enough pitch, which is this part here. And the way you can adjust pitch is quite simple. It's a trick that I learned a long time ago, so I'm going to grab the camera, set it up at the blade end, and we'll show you what's going on. First thing you'll want to do is you want to grab yourself a pop can or a can of whatever can you use, and fetch yourself a little pair of scissors and get it started. So aluminum is softer than steel, so it doesn't really damage your scissors very much. So you want to take a little tiny portion here, and essentially you're making shim stock. Watch you don't cut your thumb off, because you're also making a razor sharp piece here. And now you don't need much, just a little tiny sliver. So about like that. And essentially you're shimming your blades by about 5/1000ths of an inch. You need two, one for each side. There we go. Trim them so they're the same. Okay, so now you got two little shims here. Now we'll go to the blade side here. Now it's going to be a bit challenging to get a good proper view of what's going on here, but I'll do my best. So you want to loosen off your screws so that your blade can kind of float. And you want to take your shim and you want to put it between the blade and the body of your auger. Now it's just pressed in there. And that's all there is to it. Go ahead and snug your screws back up. And we'll do the other side. Now I've already had one set of shims in here and it's worked good for many years. However, over the years I've slowly sharpened my blades up so that the leading edge of my blade really needs reprofiled back to stock. But we'll just put one more in. That's really all there is to it. So if you have a wrench on hand to do it, you can perform this operation out on the ice. Oh, that sun's gonna be right in your eyes. Alright guys, so that is how it works. I'll bring you back to the little pond I got back here and we'll give her a whirl and see how it goes. Not exactly what I'd call great ice, but so just went through that like nothing. And there you got her. That's all there is to it, guys. So if you want to try something before going drastic and buying a new set of blades, thankfully for this model they're reasonably priced. I think they're about 40 bucks last I looked, but that was 5 years ago. Could be a lot more now, but I know some blades are like 100 bucks or more. So maybe if your blades are super sharp and just the pitch is off because banging it off the ice, give that shimming a try and see if it works for you. Alright guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.